The fabulous singer and performer in Vegas the Show, Reva Rice, making her debut at the Smith Center's Cabaret Jazz on Saturday. The show is called Songbird. You're looking at her in Vegas the Show right now, and she joins us live in the studio. You sound good. You've been in that show a long time, Vegas the Show.
For a little while.
7 years?
7 years. Cannot believe it. Cannot believe it. Time flies when you're having a good time.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah,
and that show's been super successful.
We are doing so well. So well. I mean, you know, in this time where there's a lot of shows have closed, and we're still hanging in there, and people still come out of the theater in tears, you know, because they're very moved by all the implosions of all the hotels. We get a lot of old showgirls and servers that used to work at some of the older hotels, and they just love it. And we have people that have seen the show some 20-something times, 30-something times.
Yeah, and if folks don't know, it's over at Planet Hollywood, and it's great. It does really represent Las Vegas and the history, and so entertaining. So we love that, but sometimes you want to venture off and do some things on the side, don't you?
I do, and this is my first venture that I'm producing and putting it all together, and the show is called Songbird. It's going to be there Saturday, October 22nd. I have a 2:30 matinee for all my performing friends at night.
Perfect.
And 7 p.m. for all of you all.
I know. All the night owls, right?
Yeah. And I'm doing some wonderful songs from the American Songbook, and I'm doing a little bit of my Songbird favorites, everyone from Ella Fitzgerald to Dionne Warwick and Natalie Cole, and I've got a 7-piece orchestra under the supervision of Mr. Jimmy Lockett, and I've got Woody Woods and his players. I've got Brent Barrett, who was the first Phantom here at the Venetian, Phantom of the Opera.
Yeah, I remember that. When I recognized the name, and I went, I remember.
Yeah, and he was my first Billy Flynn on Broadway.
Oh, wow.
He sent me calla lilies to my dressing room.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Talk a little bit about your experience. You know, we have about a minute. I want to talk about what people may not know you, and you have a long, long history.
Well, I started in the business on Broadway, doing my first Broadway show on roller skates, Starlight Express, Andrew Lloyd Webber musical. And I did that and the national tour, and I went over to London's West End, and he wrote songs for me, and then it came to Vegas, and that's how I got introduced to the Vegas world. Fell in love with Vegas. Knew that Vegas, I knew that Vegas was going to do this big entertainment explosion. I knew all my New York friends were going to be coming out here, and from that point on, I became a resident in 1994. Went off to do 2 or 3 other Broadway shows, Fosse, Chicago. Worked with everyone from, like I say, Brent Barrett. Patrick Swayze was my Billy Flynn. Tom Wopat, Bianca Marroquin, who was the first Mexican-American, well, she's from Mexico City, and she was the first Mexican-American to come over and do a Broadway show, star on Broadway. She's doing wonderfully. And I've done many Vegas shows, from Spamalot to
all of it.
Yeah, worked with Clint Holmes, and at
the Cabaret Jazz. It's this weekend, like you said, 237. That's a beautiful facility. Go see Reva and company in Songbird. It's her first time there at the Smith Center, so let's show her some support. You can get tickets at the box office. Thank you, Reva, for joining us.
Thank you for having me. Yes, indeed.